So today is the much anticipated, no I'm just kidding, as I've said in my last two videos, I'm gonna be reviewing or doing like a whole video review on the DIOR FOREVER Skin Glow foundation. I've used it in my last couple of videos, but I haven't had a chance to actually like wear it for an entire day, see how it cracks up. I'm gonna have a look at what it says in the bottle and compare it to like what the reality is, and I can take you along with me to do like a wee wear test for today. I'm actually going out for lunch today, and I'm probably gonna go for a wee walk later, so I'll give it like a good test. So that's it there. It's not exactly my colour. I got it back when I was in London, which was like summer and I was a bit more tanned, but it'll work, like it's fine. It's the shade 1.5N, and let's have a look. It says it's a 24-hour wear Radiant Perfection skin caring foundation, which, sorry to say, I'm not gonna be able to wear this for 24 hours in this video, but I'm not going to be able to wear this for 24 hours in this video, but I will see how long it does last. It also says it's lasting hydration SPF 35, which if you're looking for SPF in your foundation, then I guess this is a good... From what I remember in my other videos, I like the foundation, I like the way it applied. I'm going to obviously show you all that as well. I'm really curious though to see how it lasts. I've actually as well, I have a new beauty blender, which if you guys don't know this, I don't know if it's a tip or if it's like pretty well known. If you have ever tried a beauty blender that's like brand new, it's awful. It's like the worst thing you've ever used in your life. So I have used this once like to try and like break it in, but like I always use a sponge, I always use a beauty blender. I don't know why, they just work the best to my skin. Like I've tried loads, I could show you, but just believe me, you know. The first, I don't know if it's like it's the first time, sometimes it's the first couple of times, they don't really work the best. The first time is the worst though. You really need to like break it in and everything, but like my last two, like I live by these, so it's worth it. But the reason I'm going to do that is because, oh, that looks so disgusting, but yeah, this is my old one, and I feel like if you're trying a new foundation, when I'm not gonna wash this because I'm getting rid of it to use this, but if you're using an old sponge, you don't know like how much of the foundation is doing the work, or like if there's like leftover stuff in here. I don't know if that's disgusting, but it's the truth. So what do you want me to say? So that's why I'm gonna try a new sponge to like purely see like how this fares when that's the case. I'm kind of swithering between whether I'm going to just use my milk primer. This is what I use all the time. It's like my absolute favorite. However, I did use, do you know what, I think I'm probably gonna use this. I did use the futuredew serum as well in my other video, and I loved it. So I'm probably gonna use these together. So that's just giving you an idea of like what the kind of products I'm using underneath. I've also moisturized my face. This is a gripping primer, so maybe that might have something to do with it, but at the end of the day, like if the foundation doesn't last, like it's not gonna last. So that's the situation. I'm just gonna apply. Oh, perfect. Okay, yeah, okay, sorry. Hello. I'm trying to do multiple things at once, which is just always works out great. I'm just gonna apply this Glossier Futuredew Oil Serum Hybrid and let that sink into my face for a bit. Also, nightmare. Okay, so that's that kind of sunk into my skin a wee bit more, and I've wet my beauty blenders. This, I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but so I use a different sponge to apply my foundation than I do to apply my like cream blush, cream bronzer, whatever. To me, pro sponges are better for applying foundation, whereas the like regular beauty blender sponges are best for applying like other things. Don't know if that's meant to be the case or anything. I've not actually looked into what the difference, or if there even is a difference between the pro and the regular. That's just what I've found. I don't know, but if you're ever wondering why I'm using different sponges, that's why. I'm going to apply yet another primer. I guess it's another primer. In theory, this should be right up my street because I have dry skin and I love coverage that lasts, long wearing foundations, and it says it's moisturizing. So perfect, flawless coverage. Okay, so let's try it. It's a nice glass bottle that it comes in, so if you're into packaging and stuff like that, that's quite nice. I've actually not used this bottle yet because I got a tester thing as well of it. So okay, so it's quite liquid. Like as you can see, it's moving around when I move my hand, and there are a few like little bubbles, so it's very liquid. Again, not my exact match, but I'm sure it'll work. I always just pump things on the back of my hand. I don't go directly onto my face. Don't know, feels weird. So I'm just gonna take my sponge and add a little bit at a time. Don't fail me now, like please, come on. I do remember saying in one of my last videos, I can't remember if I kept it in or not, that it wasn't like the fullest coverage that I've ever tried, which isn't really a problem. I find that like a medium to full coverage for me is like fine, but that's maybe something to consider. I'll let you know what I think when I've applied it. It's applying what feels like quite a thin layer, which is quite nice. It does say something about the pigments in it, like adjusting to your skin tone, which, I mean, I'm no scientist, but I don't really understand how these things work, so I mean, I'll let you know if that happens, but I find it hard to believe. I'll give you like a close-up look at what I've got. I put out like about a pump and a half, and I did have to add a wee bit more, but that seemed to be too much, so whatever. This is kind of what it looks like. I'm trying to come a wee bit closer because I feel like if I go back it looks better than maybe it does in real life. I don't know. I do like it, I don't want to give you like a false impression. Definitely glowy, which I love. I have quite a lot of redness. I don't really know what it is, but down here, I've got it down here as well. So it's covered that an okay amount. Like I'm pretty happy with how it has. We have this lovely thing here, which I didn't really expect it to cover. That's kind of ridiculous. Although it has given it a good try. Just apply a bit. I mean, that's not awful. Obviously, like these things aren't going to get completely covered up, but yeah, I think it's a nice, make sure this is the right colour. Yeah, I think it's a nice coverage. What I'm really interested in is if it's a good base. Like the coverage of your foundation, for me, as long as it's like a medium to high, so it like covers a good amount. It can leave a couple of wee things because obviously you've got your concealer. I'm gonna add that to my ear. So I'm pretty happy with how it looks. I'm just trying to make sure it's giving you like an actual realistic like look of what it is. I had another wee like red blemish down here. It's covered up a wee bit, but I mean, you know, it's not totally covered. We can see how everything lays on top of it and the final product and see what the complexion kind of looks like. And yeah, I'm gonna add some concealer, which I recently found out I'm running out of, which is lovely. So I'm just going to put it in my ordinary places. The thing with these videos is they can be a wee bit boring because I kind of have to do my makeup the same way I always do it. Just because, you know, to give it like a fair test so I can like do a comparison. Also, I find that these videos like have quite a lot of, like some of them, I guess, I've done like 2 of these videos before. And one of them has like a really high viewer count, which is not like the regular for me. But it must just be like, obviously people are like searching like a specific foundation and wondering, like wanting a review. So I don't know, but if anyone's watching this and they don't tend to watch my videos, just go check them out. I mean, I put a lot of effort into them. I like them. I mean, do what you want, but you might like them. What were we thinking? I feel like I have a hair in my face, but like if I come really close will you be able to see it? Probably not. Or it definitely has a hair in my face. Got but I do have, which is wonderful, little bits of black sponge, which is nice all over my face because this is for some reason doing that. This is what it looks like so far. I am gonna apply stuff for the top. This is what my little thingy looks like. It's not that well covered, but I mean, this is for you to judge. And that's like with concealer as well, so I don't know if it's just not gonna get covered, but I'm gonna apply a little bit of powder just under my eyes and stuff like that, just to lock it in. I don't tend to powder like all over my face, so I'm just going to do what I typically do with powder. And now I'm going to apply my cream bronzer to my face and see how this reacts. That's applied really nicely on my skin, like just on top of the foundation. Like it's not lifted anything or, you know, done anything unusual to what it normally would do. I'm just going to apply the Milk Cream Blush just to see how that applies. That looks pretty typical to what it would normally look like. I'm just going to quickly, I don't think I'll show this, I'm just going to quickly put some blusher like powder on my eyes and then come back to you, and then we can start on the highlighter and things like that. I did my brows, added a wee bit of blush to my eyelids. This is what it looks like right now. I'm gonna add some highlighter once this has dried. It looks pretty, I like it, it looks nice. It looks like skin. I think I'm making it sound like it's not covering a lot. Like this would be very high coverage for I think a lot of people. I'll show you at the end and you can make that decision for yourself. Sorry if the lining up isn't great. I think I've left my tripod somewhere, so I need to get it back, but I'm like balancing you on a multitude of items. Sorry. All done. So I do think, like, as it looks right now, I really like it. It's really glowy. Everything sits on top of it really nicely, so it is a nice base. Nothing's like reacted strangely or anything. I don't think I filmed it, but I also applied a bit of powder blush to see like how a powder like applies on top, and you know, it looks, I'm just gonna go closer up to see. Still got this wee blemish. Didn't think that was gonna be covered up, but I mean, yeah, I'm just trying to get closer so you can like see really what it looks like, but I think it looks nice. Okay, so right now it's like 10 o'clock and I mean, I am working tomorrow morning, so it probably won't be like super late that I check back in, but I'll probably check in throughout the day, and then last check-in will be tonight, obviously before I take it off. So yeah, let's see how it fares throughout the day. Hi. Hi. So this is just after, I feel like I'm gonna turn this. So this is just after being out for lunch. Yeah. And we also, what's going on with my hair? We went shopping for like 2 hours.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay,
I'd say about 2
so
hours.
we just had a mask on for like 2 hours. This is what it's looking like close up. This is way out in the open, but it's like right where my mask sits, so like take that into consideration. But overall, I feel like, what did you say? It looks like my skin, but it's just like, a wee bit better.
Yeah, but sort of like airbrushed kind of. Like
yeah.
Kind of, it's quite, it very much looks like your skin, but it looks like flawless, if that makes sense. Not that your skin's not flawless, but you know it.
But I'll check in again later.
What are your other plans for the day?
I might go for a walk. Depends on the light, like the dark, how dark it gets quite quickly. Sure. And if it starts raining.
Yeah, those are reasonable points.
But yeah, I mean, I think it looks okay.
I think it looks lovely.
Yep.
Nice.
Bye. So it's like 5 o'clock now. Sorry for the terrible lighting, but this is kind of what it looks like just now. Yeah, I feel like it's holding up pretty well. I'm about to go for a walk, which is why I'm checking in beforehand. And then, can I help you? And then I'll check in again afterwards. But it's looking pretty good still. Yeah, no complaints, but... Hello. So it's now like almost 10 o'clock. So I thought since it's been like 12 hours since application, I could do like a proper sit down. I'm going to take it off after this because I have to go to bed quite early for tomorrow. But yeah, this is what it looks like. This is obviously different lighting. There is no sunlight left, so I'm afraid this is the best I can do. But this is what it looks like at this point in the day. It's starting to break up like in where my nose is, just kind of typically where I would normally see foundation separate, but like I feel like my forehead looks like pretty the same as when I applied it. This kind of section's a wee bit rubbed off, I feel, just from, you know, mask wearing. I was wearing a mask for about probably total of like 3 hours maybe today, so I don't know, that's quite a long time, I guess. It's held up well on my chin, And my nose is normally a problem area, but I don't find it's too bad. This was my makeshift tripod this morning, so that's fun. Yeah, this is kind of what it looks like. I'm pretty happy with the way it looks still. These like 24-hour wear foundations, like no, it's not usual that you would ever want to wear a foundation for 24 hours, so it's hard to kind of pit it against anything, but this is after 12 hours. I would say it's still pretty glowy. It's still got quite a bit of coverage, but I would say that it is not as full coverage as like my normal foundation, like say like the cosmetic CC cream. It's a lot more full coverage, I would say, but that doesn't mean to say that this doesn't give a good coverage, because I feel like it kind of makes it still look like skin, which is quite nice. I feel like it kind of just looks like a kind of like your skin but better type thing. So in terms of coverage, I would say it's maybe like a 7 in terms of like, if 0 is like no coverage and 10 is like the fullest, this is probably like a 7. I would say in terms of like glowiness, this is like a good like 9. Probably good, better for dry skin. I mean, I guess it would work for combination, but for me, I think like I've got dry skin and it's worked well for me. If you're wanting to like control oil and stuff, it's maybe not the one for you. Overall, I'm very pleased with this foundation. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. If you've never seen any of my videos before, please go check them out. There's normally one like at the end. I'll put one in at the end, like on the end screen. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!